uh, did your practicing in litigation help you give better advices to corporate clients because you had a fair understanding of how it will go out in the dispute resolution part? Uh,
Definitely, Rajesh. I think those 2 3 years when I practiced exclusively in the corporate law domain, it made me a better litigation lawyer. Because see, what happens is that, and I'll talk about both the things, how my corporate law practice helped in dispute resolution and how dispute resolution helps you in advising clients in corporate matters. When I talk about the corporate practice helping in dispute resolution, now suppose you've never drafted an agreement from scratch, you've never negotiated an agreement, right? You may not be in a situation where you can persuade a judge as to why a particular interpretation of an agreement that you're canvassing is correct. But if you've been on the other side, you know why particular clauses are drafted, what goes into negotiating them, what is the intent of the parties when a certain clause is being inserted. You'll be able to persuade a judge much better. I'm not saying that you may not be able to persuade a judge at all, but it gives you a slight edge over someone who is not worked in that field. As far as corporate lawyers are concerned, I'll give you an example. Once I came across an agreement to sell. It was drafted by a lawyer from one of the biggest law firms in India, and they were representing the buyer. And the specific relief act, as it then stood, it's changed after the 2018 amendment. But as it then stood, you could not claim specific performance if damages were an adequate remedy. So he was representing the buyer. He had put a liquidated damages clause specifying that in the case of a breach, the buyer would be entitled to so and so liquidated damages, which is a predetermined sum and which is just and fair and all that. Now, putting that kind of a clause, he had crippled his client in the sense that now his client would not be able to specifically enforce it if the seller tomorrow refused to enter into the sale deed, right? And it happens many a times that a developer or a seller of an immovable property will take money from you in advance, and tomorrow, if he's getting a much better price from someone else, you'll sell it to him, not to you, right? And he'll say, okay, I'm returning your money. No criminal case is made out. I've returned your money and I've sold it to someone else. Now, if there is such a situation where the seller is not uh, executing the sale deed, you can go in for specific performance and compel him through the court to execute the sale deed. And before October 2018, if the court felt that damages are an adequate remedy, you can be compensated by damages. You will not be entitled to the relief of specific performance. And this lawyer, because he had done only corporate work and he saw liquidated damages clause as a standard clause, he had put in such a clause, and he did not know that it will seriously prejudice his client's right to enforce the agreement. So it happens with the best law firms, with corporate lawyers in the best law firms, that sometimes they're not able to envisage how things will play out if the matter goes into a dispute.